Welcome guys to the stream. 1 minute, I'll just sort this out. Okay, yeah, welcome guys to the stream. Back tonight after having a good night out in Manchester with everyone from Twitch. It was really fun. Sorry about the late start, but I literally been travelling all day and kind of fell asleep, so a bit of a late start for me tonight, but we'll get a stream done anyway. Okay, so we finished quite a lot of games recently, and we're going to be starting a new one. Hi, Elowen. So it's called the Evacuation of Hobbs Barrow. So it's kind of a point-and-click adventure, kind of a horror story kind of game. It should be really fun though. Let's see if this just works straight out of the box. No, it does not. Of course it doesn't. Okay, let's try. Let's do that. Yeah. Let's try that. Oh, hey, we got it. We got it. Okay, so this is from Widget Eye Games, which is like one of my favorite like dev teams that make like kind of point and click adventure games. As you can see straight away, this is the intro screen and it just looks like epic. I don't know if we can get the graphics better than this. There is a few different settings, but these are kind of what the games are like. So we can even have the dev team commentary on, which is not really want to do, but yeah, okay, we've got it on, and we're going to start the stream. But usually, if you've ever played any Widget Eye games, the storytelling is immense. It's like kind of like watching a little movie in a way.
Ah, Miss Bateman, welcome back to Ticehurst House. It's been quite some time. Terrible weather this evening, is it not? Nurse Blaketon has had enough of me smoking inside. Makes her cough, you see. A bit of rain won't kill me, will it?
Never know what kind of rain it is.
You mustn't be interested in me.
Like it's just standing there going, oh yeah.
Give my regards to your father. Nurse Blaketon is preparing his supper.
There's still no there's like, yeah, no response. We'll just stare at you.
Hail, Miss Bateman. Do head inside. You'll catch your death out here.
she was creepy, innit? The Excavation of Hobbs Barrow.
Dearest Mother.
Hello. Welcome to the stream. Dearest mother.
I hope this letter will reach you.
Okay. It's me you're looking for. I wonder who I am. Hey, Duchess. Hello.
I've spent these past years in
Welcome to the stream.
trying to piece together what remains of fractured memories.
So we're playing an adventure game tonight, Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. Yeah, we're doing okay. I've literally just woke up about like half an hour ago. I missed the stream time, so I'm streaming now. Literally. I've literally just started the game right now. You're right at the beginning of the adventure. So what I can tell about the game is it's a dark kind of puzzle game. Not too sure other than that. We are the silly sausages you met on Saturday. Yeah, I know. I'm not that much to sleep. So I've spent time in the past years in torment trying to piece together until what remains of a fractured memory.
What I'm about to recount to you.
So it is a new game, yeah. It is a new game. It is a new game for me, yeah.
For your patience.
You need to sleep for like a week, yeah. God, yeah. I wish the kids were off for enough a week, to be honest with you, so I could catch up on the sleep. What I'm about to recount to you is you will still seem beyond comprehension, but I beg for your patience. So this is from a team called Widget Eye Games, which they're really good storytellers. If you've ever played any of the games, I will endeavour to explain the events that led me to Ticehurst House that night.
As far as I can recall, this whole wretched story started with the receipt of a letter from a Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Okay. So as far as she can recall, it all started off with a letter. As always, standard in these types of games. Hey yo, tell me the one.
The letter brought me to the isolated village of Bewley.
Welcome to the stream, my man. The letter brought me to the isolated village of Belay, deep in the moors. You got home. I got home safe. Yeah, I did. It took a while. I'll tell you that. Them 3 buses is a little bit long. I had to stop off my dad's as well to sort out some of his bills. But yeah, I got home for around about 4:30, and I was like, I swear to God, I walked in the door and the kids was like, "Daddy, Daddy," and I was like, "Hi," and they were like, "Where's me tea?" I was like, yeah, well, thanks for missing me. That's all he missed was my food. That's all I'm good for. I was like, oh yeah. I'll let me walk through the door and have a drink, kids. I'll make some food in a minute. Yeah, make your own tea. God, I wish God, kids these days, I'm telling you, they don't know how to do nothing. I feel like we need a rematch of Mario Kart. Yeah, we definitely do. We definitely do. Do you know what? I'll brush up on my skills just to give you a bit more of a game. Nah, I'm not going to read none of this on screen. It's standard M for the map, quick save, quick load. I might actually remember that because you might not have a save on this game sometimes. Spacebar, okay, that's fine. You'll beat me next time. No problems. Do you know what? It was pretty close actually. Until that last map, and I don't play on it a lot, so I haven't got a clue what that new map was, and it was so hard.
If I take the sign, how would the trains know where to stop?
All right, okay.
My mother always told me not to walk on railway tracks. Hello there.
I'm guessing we need a ticket.
The post looks unattended. Hello? A door of fine construction. A path stretches off across. I ought to read Mr. Shoulder's letter again. I can't recall the name of our meeting.
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea. Alright, where's my inventory? Aha! So we got some money, a handkerchief and letters. Top Mario Kart play EU in the making there. You getting your banners ready? Okay, let's read the letter then. So, dear Miss Bateman, I write this letter in hope of piquing your curiosity. I read about your experience in the Barrows, and if I understand correctly, you are writing a book on them and the treasure they contain. I live in a village of Barrow, where a most special barrow can be found on the outskirts. It is rectangular in form and is certainly tall enough to stand up in. The place is steeped in local legend, and there is a rumour of secrets found to be deep within. Hope you will not misunderstand me and find this letter. Let me just turn my light on. You might be able to see a bit better. Find this letter intrusive. If you wish to visit Barrow and excavate the barrow, I will be pleased to be your guide. Please send your response to the Plough and the Furrow Inn. So that's where we need to go. Barrow, I should assist your letter. Yours responsibly, Mr. Leonard Shoulder. And then there's another. Oh, hello. She just popped up out of nowhere. Dear Miss Bateman, marvellous news. I shall meet you at 8 o'clock in the evening. That must be here then. On the 14th of the new month at the Plough and the Furrow in Barrow. The inn has fine rooms which you will find adequate for your short stay. When we meet, I shall tell you more of the circumstances surrounding the site, which is referred to as Hobbs Barrow. It is not located on my own land, but we will have no issue gaining permission to excavate. I wish you a safe journey. Okay, so we need to go to the inn.
I must make my way to the Plough and Furrow Inn.
Yeah, well, you need the Manx. I was telling them you're born and bred.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Yes. So, what?
I'm looking for the Plough and Furrow Inn. Do you know where I can find it?
Ah, young lady. Leave the station and follow the dry stone wall for around half a mile. You'll come to Bewley. Go straight ahead and you'll find the market square. The inn is t'other side at square.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Well, it used
Bewley,
to be a
okay.
thriving village. Not so much now. I don't spend much time there these days.
Are you local?
Ah, yes, a local I am. But I don't live in the village.
Where are you travelling to today?
That would be none of your business, young lady.
Quite.
Yeah, keep your nose out.
I wish you a pleasant journey. There's nothing else I wish to discuss at the moment.
Okay, so I'm guessing we go up there now.
What brings you to Bewley?
I thought you didn't want to know. Nosy
Beg
git.
your pardon?
What brings you to Bewley, miss?
Tell the truth, I have nothing to hide. Lie. She looks superstitious. I'm just gonna tell the truth. I like already. Okay.
I'm here to visit a local landmark, Hobbs Barrow.
Yeah, let's see if she says anything.
Barrow? Well, I can't say I've heard of it.
Oh yeah, I bet you haven't. I bet you haven't.
It.
Grave robber, are you?
Not at all. I merely have an
Grave
interest in
robber.
antiquities.
So it's like Sean's being his wife in that
Not
bit.
much to be found in Bewley, if you ask me. Better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
I'll take my chances.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
I have my mini Mank training wheels
That was
on
odd.
one of those scouts. It was odd, wasn't it? Right, now can we go? Oh, here we go. It's the start of the journey. I like the dark. Oh god, here we go. We got a crow. That's ominous, isn't it? Yeah, you better go. I don't like crows, especially in games. So we got to exit. We got to exit. We've got 2 doors.
The old woman told me to go straight ahead to get to the inn.
Okay.
I'll have time to explore tomorrow.
Right, okay, so we can't explore.
rusty and full of holes. Beating raw metal into a fine object is an admirable skill. This must belong to someone. I should leave it alone.
Okay.
The blacksmith looks closed. The sign is in a shabby state, but the shop appears to be a cobbler's.
Well, that's not it then, is it? We're looking for the inn, aren't we? Ah,
The
this is
Plough
it.
Inn where I am to meet Mr. Shoulder.
Okay, we found the inn.
The Plough and Furrow. I have a bit of time before Mr. Shoulder arrives.
So
I should inquire about a room.
I think, and I don't know because I've only just started it. It's a bit of like kind of like a mystery game. Yeah, bit of kind of like detective kind of game. Bit of a horror game as well. So it's a bit of everything. Looks like Emmerdale. It does, doesn't it? It does.
Hello there. What's the young lady doing out alone in this sodding weather?
So I'd only just got this game. I don't know if you guys do like Humble Bundle. So I'd actually got this in part of the package of the Humble Bundle like this month. So I've not had a chance to play it yet. And I love point and click adventure games and stuff like that. These are right up my alley. Get on my way, sir. You're drunk. I'm heading to the Plough and Furrow.
To the Plough and Furrow.
Bloody good pub, that. It has the finest ales in the whole county. Well, I'll take you there if you like.
I believe we are standing directly in front of it.
Yeah, I'll take you there.
Oh, so we are.
How much has he had to drink?
Give us a kiss now, won't you?
Oh my god. Ah! No! This is... God damn it. Yeah, you want to kiss that, do you? Humour him. It usually works with men. Slap him. I have no time for this. Deflect the question. Perhaps he's married.
Wouldn't your wife disapprove?
My wife? Bloody hell, my wife! She's really on the table at this hour. If I don't get back, she'll be roaring.
Yeah, you got a wife at home. Get going. Oh my god.
What a buffoon. I should speak to the innkeeper about a room.
God, sad and depressed it looks in this pub. God. It's your local.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, lass. How can I help you?
Oh, God.
I am in need of a room for the night.
Aye, we aren't short of those. One night.
I bet you're not.
I shall need at least 2 nights, maybe more.
Aye, 'tis not a problem. 3 shilling per night. That includes your dinner.
Oh, it must be old this if it got shillings.
I'll need that payment up front for the 2 nights.
Was it infantry again? No, it's not that. I'll save that though anyway. Right. Oh yeah, let's call it help. Right.
The innkeeper.
What was the... I had it up before as well. Monkey Island, yes. It can, yeah, if you play the original ones, definitely got that kind of vibe to it. Okay, what was the button to get it? Was it up here? Ah, I was there. Okay.
This is payment for the room.
There we go.
Thank you. Can I ask for your name, lass?
Thomasina Bateman.
And will Mr. Bateman be staying with us tonight?
No, I am not wed. My assistant is arriving in Bewley tomorrow.
Your assistant, you say? Will you be needing another room?
Please.
I'll keep a room spare. It's not quite as nice as yours, I'm afraid.
Not a problem, sir. I'm sure it will be adequate. Kenneth is a man of inexpensive taste.
Here's your key. Just go through the door to the right of the bar, then up the stairs. Room number 2.
Thank you.
Can I help you with your luggage?
No, thank you, sir. I can manage. I should go upstairs and freshen up before Mr. Shoulder arrives. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Miss Bateman. How can I help you?
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Always worth asking about everyone.
I'm to meet him here tonight.
Can I get you something to drink while you wait?
Not yet, thank you. Bye for now.
As you were.
Okay, let's go and get freshened up.
This shall do nicely.
It's a big
Time to
room,
change to
isn't it?
something more comfortable. Much better. Complimentary matches. Useful.
Remember, if it's not nailed down and points to click adventure games, take it.
As the only light source in the room, I ought to leave this here. Jammed shut. The wood must have warped over the years. A decrepit set of drawers. I've stored my case in there. I've stored my case in there. A box within a box. A sturdy-looking thing. A painting of surprising quality. It portrays a rocky outcrop overlooking a vast moor. Perhaps a local landmark. I don't want to take the paint. A decorative plate to pick. I don't wish to. The wardrobe looks old, perhaps 100 years or more in age. I've hung my dress inside. Aside from that, the wardrobe is empty.
Okay, fair
A
dues.
jug of water.
We can take the jug.
This may come in handy. An empty bowl has been provided. I don't wish to carry the bowl.
So we can take the jug, but not the bowl. Right, okay, fair dues. Nothing else in there.
A fine exemplar. Good day, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Good afternoon, sir.
Still here, mate. Can't stay up too late. Hi, gonna be up early. Yeah, mate. Honestly, yeah, mate. And I really appreciate everyone coming in the chat for the first time. Just working with my weird bits at the moment. Loads of things messing up with it. Yeah, sometimes it can do that. I mean, I used to use Streamlabs a lot. It was a little bit
I'm waiting here for a man
easier
named
and
Shoulder.
less
Do you know him?
like
I don't. Do you, love?
thingy, but it kept on losing like it kept on dropping frames on me. That's why I went to OBS.
Hello, miss.
But yeah, there's a lot to learn on it, I think.
Hello, sir.
Right?
Do you know a Mr. Leonard Shoulder?
You're not low.
But yeah, guys, honestly, if anyone needs to get to bed, or you know they've had a long night last night and probably this morning as well, but yeah, honestly, you get yourselves off and go to bed.
My name is Thomasina Bateman, and you are...
None of your business, lass. Where's your husband?
None of your business.
None of your business, sir.
So I usually stream every day.
All on your own.
I'm a grown woman.
At the moment, with it being still Easter holidays, it'll be at night time, usually around about 10:30 p.m. until around about 12. Sometimes a little bit later. The only reason why I've started it at 12 to like midnight tonight is because obviously I fell asleep. So yeah, usually on a school day, it'd be in the morning times when the kids aren't here. So it usually be like 10:30 in the morning. So it can always alter, but I usually put down the times what I'm streaming either on my Twitch, or I'll put it in my own Discord, or put it on X or whatever.
Do you know Mr. Shoulder?
That'd be none of your business, lass. I don't come to
Yeah,
your
yeah,
city poking around asking questions, do
And like I said, I played a variety of different games. You know what I mean? Like Like I'll play this, but you know, if I want to break from this, I will go play something else, and then I'll come back to this, because usually I want to complete these games. But you know, if something comes along and it takes me fancy, I will jump on that, and for like, you know, a day or two. To sometimes, you know, especially these kind of games, they can last for like, you know, like maybe 3-4 streams or something like that. So you know, sometimes you might want to break up that monotony of just playing the same game. So sometimes I'll just, you know, like lately I've been jumping on Helldivers or whatever. Yeah, so it really all depends.
I take it you are not enamoured with the railway station.
Buell is gonna be swarming with outsiders, like you. We don't want you coming here. It's as simple as that, lass.
Why not?
This is our town. Our lad.
Yeah, we don't want you coming here.
You, I am not here to cause trouble.
We'll see about that, won't we?
So yeah, I mean,
What can you tell me about
there is actually a thing on the points where you can. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I've took it off. You'd have to check on the points, but I'm pretty sure you can like choose what game you want me to maybe stream using the points. I don't think anyone's ever used it. But I'm pretty sure it is. I might be wrong. Like I said, I do change the points every now and again. I take stuff off, I put stuff in, so it might not be there. You can guide the raids, yeah, if you want to. If you want me to raid whoever. So if it's not there, I'll add it back in. But there was one for around about 5,000 points for what game you might want me to play. But I might got rid of it because no one was using it.
I don't want to take...
Like I said, I change them every now and again. Sometimes I add points depending on the games. I had, like, I was playing this game where you could be like multiple characters. So basically I was letting the chat, like, we're using the points, pick what character they wanted me to be.
I don't want to take the painting with me.
Alright, so let's have a look around.
The crackling fireplace is more welcoming than the...
So
a dreadful smell. I do not need to use the lavatory. A biblical scene of some kind. An angel is depicted looking longingly to the heavens. A pixie-faced peasant boy, painted in a naive style. The painting depicts a rocky-edged lake. A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius. A majestic animal, cut down in his prime.
So I don't think there's anything else here, to be honest with you. Alright, so that's what the hot tab thing does.
A decorative plate depicting an eagle.
Oh, thanks for the bits, my man. Thanks for the 10 bits. For your bits, if you want value for your money as well, just to tell you, I don't know if you're using a browser or your phone, you've got stream stickers, so you can actually stick things on the screen for like 1 bit, and also you've got like a viewer attack things. You can actually throw stuff at the wherever you want to on the screen for 1 bit as well. So, but no, I do appreciate it. But I thought I'd tell you. Sometimes I let them go for free as well. So it just depends. I think they've been free for the last week, and I've just put them back up to 1 bit. So it's really affordable for people to join in and just you know, do that kind of things. Yeah, you just noticed that, Lowen, yeah, because you've been hammering it. Yeah, viewer attacks can be really good.
I should wait here for Mr. Shoulder.
Okay, so we've got it. Should we get a drink then?
Bateman, you've transformed.
I feel far more...
I'm guessing we've got to get the drink, and then maybe he'll come.
Those explorers you see in the newspaper.
Yeah, she looks like Tomb Raider.
Explorer of sorts.
I'm Stanley Kemp.
A pleasure to meet you, Stanley.
And tell me, I trust your room is adequate.
Most adequate.
Excellent.
I used to have I don't know if you've seen it, like the little characters that go along the bottom of the screen, but it was causing havoc with the stream. The stream avatars, they were causing havoc with my stream, and like just like it was like so bitty and broken up, so I had to get rid of that. But I still have it. I used to have like a little virtual pet on screen as well. Yeah, you used them as well. Yeah, I used to have like a little virtual pet which I can activate at any time, but I don't really use it anymore. Also with the stickers, I've even made my own virtual Chrono, but no one ever used it because it was like 100 bits just to say free, so it was really like expensive to use. So there's a few things I've like implemented onto the stream, and then over the time, like if no one uses it, I just get rid.
Has Mr. Shoulder arrived yet?
Still haven't seen head nor tail of him, Miss Bateman.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Mr. Shoulder?
Aye, he's a quiet fellow. He only comes here to check his post.
Yes, I've been corresponding with him using this address.
Have you now? You found yourself an admirer.
Not quite.
What business do you have with old Leonard then?
Tell the truth, I have nothing to hide.
Well, if you must know, I am what some people call a barrow digger.
A what?
Barrow digger.
A barrel digger?
God's name is that?
Are you familiar with tumuli?
What?
Afraid not.
Barrow is another word for tumulus, or tumuli in the plural. A profoundly interesting subject.
She's just going all scientific here,
I
isn't she?
excavate ancient burial sites looking for relics.
To see you, treasure
barrow
hunter.
is traditionally a circular mound of raised earth enclosing a burial chamber.
Oh, aye. You're a grave robber.
And no such thing.
Don't worry, lass. I've met all sorts in here over the years. I won't tell anyone.
I assure you, my goal is more noble than petty grave robbery.
What sort of relics do you find then? Gold? Silver? Bones?
Well, rarely gold or silver, but treasures certainly. Ancient pottery is the most common find. I've been excavating barrows all over the country and documenting my findings in preparation for my book. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England.
That'll be a snowfest, won't it?
Interesting. What does old Leonard have to do with this?
So imagine someone
He
giving
sent
you
me
that
a
book
letter
for
to tell
Christmas.
me about an
What the hell's
unusual
that?
barrow in Bewley, a site called Hobbs Barrow. I'm meeting him here this evening to find out more.
I've lived here nigh on my whole life, and I've heard nought about a Hobbs Barrow.
Oh, that's a bit strange, isn't it?
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Aye, it's a quiet place.
So these are locals who've never heard about it.
I look forward to exploring the village.
So unless they're
tomorrow.
hiding
Not a lot to
something,
see, lass. But
you should never
St.
know.
Edmund's Church is a fine building, worth a visit.
Okay.
Are you sure you've never heard of Hobbs Barrow?
Not in my life, lass, but I'll tell you something. The moors stretch further than the eyes.
No, not such at the moment.
There's no doubt many
Probably a bit of like a lazy day.
Mr. Shoulder said the barrow is well known locally, a place of legend.
I'm afraid.
Maybe
you're
watch a
going to
film or
have to
something
speak
like
about
that,
it.
and then do
Why
like
are you interested in digging around in the
a
dirt?
normal like nighttime stream, but not for long, for like a 2
I
hours.
enjoy nothing
And then
more than
obviously
the
because
thrill
it's
of
was it
discovery,
Sunday?
uncovering the past,
Sunday now, innit?
piecing together our history.
And then
Inherited
and then
this passion
Monday,
from my father.
Oh,
obviously
Barrow digger
the
too.
children are back to school, so it's back to normal routine.
He would take me with him on excavations as a child.
does he still come with you now on your own adventures?
I'm afraid
No,
my
okay,
father
nice,
has
nice.
been bed bound
I'm not.
for
Yeah, I'm
many
not too sure
years.
about the weather.
I am sorry to hear that.
Surely, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Kemp. He is well looked after at a private hospital.
And you can always, if you've got like a weather app or anything like that, you can always. You're in Ireland. Where's it? Ireland? You mean Ireland? Thursday. Ireland. I keep on telling her it's got an E in it. Dublin, shut up. Oh god. It is nice. I've never been either. God, it's meant to be really nice though. Stanley
Tell me about
Kent.
yourself, Mr. Kemp.
Well, I've been the proprietor.
Yeah,
of
but
this
I was going. What I was saying, usually most phones you got like a weather app. You could probably type in Surely on it just to see kind of what the weather's like over the next couple of days, and then you can kind of be prepared if it's going to be bad or good or whatever. But obviously, as you know, weather changes in this country like that. So
Thanks for your time.
I'm dyslexic. Leave me alone.
Mr. Shoulder should really be here by now. I'll sit down and wait.
Yeah, you sit down and wait.
Where on earth is he?
He's dead.
What a waste of time this is turning out to be.
Literally, that's my answer to all these. Just, he's dead straight away.
Miss,
Not you again.
I just wanted to apologise for earlier.
What, like coming on to me?
Had my tea, but it gave me an aching belly.
How so?
I felt bad for how I spoke to you. I'm sorry. The drink gets a hold of me sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Start again, shall we?
My name is Arthur Tillett.
Thomasina Bateman.
Well, I followed you now, so I should, you know, fingers crossed on Twitch. You know what I mean? I should get a notification if you go live.
Else, if you ask me.
Yeah,
The gentleman, Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, I know Mr. Shoulder all right. If I may be so bold as to say, he's a bit long in the tooth for you.
The relationship is not what you're implying. I've never met him. In fact, I know very little about him at all.
Get me an ale.
Oh, you're back from the ads. It literally says on my end it's not even finished for enough for 47 seconds. One ale coming back right now. You might have some information. I really don't think you'll need enough of it. The man is a liability. Must I really buy you a drink for this information? A cheeky. Yeah, I'm going to say that. See what he says.
Must I really buy you a drink for this information?
Yeah, they are. I mean,
Are you sure it's wise to have another?
it's one of them. I was thinking of turning them off at the beginning of the year because not a lot of people like them.
You drive a hard bargain.
And you don't
Mr.
really
Tillett.
get,
As you wish.
you know, a lot of money off them.
Miss Bateman.
Yeah, I think it depends on how you've set the ads. I mean, I think I've got 3 ads that run in the space of 3 hours. So I think if you watch one ad, you don't get enough ad for another 3 hours, that's not so bad. It's, you know, I was on a stream the other day and it literally had 8 ads in a row. Like, and it was like, what? I mean, you know, I understand, like myself, you know, you run the ads, you know, so hopefully someone will sub to you. So, because obviously they want to watch the content, but then don't really want to watch ads. I think that's why everyone really puts them on there, to be honest with you, which is fair. You know, everyone wants subs and stuff like that. That's, you know, how we can grow and stuff like that. I just think the ad manager could be a little bit better on Twitch, maybe. But yeah.
The man looks thoroughly...
Please, Miss Bateman, an ale to wet me whistle. Then I'll tell you all about old Leonard.
No, yeah, that's the thing. I don't think they are really worth having. Yeah, you can definitely you can actually tick them off. So there's like a little if you go into the ad manager, you can actually, if you tick it off, you can actually turn off the ads altogether. But obviously you don't get any kind of revenue from it if you tick them off. So that's what you miss out on. But you obviously people can still sub to you and give you bits and stuff like that. A lot of people don't run them. It's totally optional. Yeah, unless you had 3K, yeah, I get what I mean. Oh, right, okay, I didn't know that. Oh, even if you tick it off. Oh, okay, no, I didn't know that. I thought if you ticked it off, you don't get any ads. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Because if you've ticked it off, you don't want to run ads. I mean, then no ads should be running. Let's have that right. That's the whole point. Maybe. Okay, let's have a look.
There's a single match remaining inside.
Okay.
A jug of simple form. It is half filled with lukewarm water. Room 2, the Plough and Furrow Inn.
Oh, well, yo, yeah, they make loads off tablets. Honestly. Such as sweeps. I need me sleep. Oh, well, honestly, I really appreciate you joining in the stream and chatting and stuff like that. You go and get your head down. I'm guessing I've got to...
It's Mr. Stanley Kemp, the proprietor of the Plough and Furrow.
You're off to bed in 10 minutes too. No worries. Honestly, guys, you go and get your heads down. Go and get some sleep. Yeah, no. I'll speak to you soon as well.
How can I help you?
Order a
Of
drink.
your finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
A tankard of your finest ale, Mr. Kemp. Definitely old English in this, isn't
There we
it?
are. 2 pence, please.
2 pence.
Thank you.
2 pence for a beer, guys.
This was
That's
less than my money. Kenneth will be here tomorrow.
I think we're all going there tomorrow. Should we give him water instead?
That's a peculiar idea.
Oh, see, you know, let's give him the water.
Here you are, Arthur.
Oh, let's give him the
I
water,
think you
look.
should drink this.
Water? Are you mad, girl? I want a drink. Please.
Fine.
Here you are, Arthur.
Thanking you.
Thanking you.
Oh, that hits the spot, that does, lass. Now then. Old Len. Leonard Shaw.
He's gonna fall asleep, isn't he? Oh, what a waste of money that was.
Mr. Tillett?
Throw the water over him.
Oh, for heaven's sake. The man is in a drunken stupor.
Right, this is where the water comes in handy, guys. Yeah, do it. You know you want to. All over him.
Oh, what the hell was that for?
You passed out, Mr. Tillett.
Oh, sorry, lass. Where were I? Leonard Shoulder. Hold on another minute. I'm making for a piss.
Bloody hell.
This man is unbelievable.
I think she's just waiting
Feels
there.
like an hour has passed. Perhaps I should go in there and check on
Yeah, I bet he's asleep on the toilet.
Miss Bateman? My apologies. The ladies are closed due to faulty plumbing. You'll have to use the gents.
Lovely.
What
Mr. Tillett?
the hell? What? The hell's that noise?
The jug is... There's no fresh water in... The mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime. Some excavations are best left to others. The mirror is coated in a thick layer of grime.
Okay. Dirty towel.
Looks like the towel has not been washed in months.
Yeah.
Looks like the towel has not been washed in... I would rather not get any closer. Mr. Tillett? Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
One in there.
Mr. Tillett, are you in there?
Oof. Black cat.
Well, you're not Mr. Tillett.
Or is he?
I'd rather not touch it. The thing stinks to high heaven. The mangy thing is fast asleep.
Alright.
The door opens a crack, but appears to be blocked from the other side. think I can hear someone moving around. Mr. Tillett? Arthur, are you out there? Judging from the draft coming from below, this door must lead outside. I should investigate further. A cold draft is leaking in from under the... The door is blocked from the outside.
Okay, I guess we're going out. Just ask him about it
How can I
first.
help you?
There's a door to the outside in the gents' lavatories. Why is it bolted?
That door doesn't even have a lock.
Huh?
So you didn't block the door?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you seen Arthur Tillett?
I thought he were with you.
He went to the lavatory and has not returned.
That sounds like Arthur Tillett. Don't worry, lass.
Shooting off, mate. If you want to know more about
Thanks
us,
for your time.
gang, throw
Yes,
a
you
read
will.
out to whoever's streaming, and that you can see in Discord. Yeah, will do, mate. Thanks for the advice. So it looks like we've got to go around to the back. Oh,
Excuse me, sir.
hey.
Sir?
Ooh, dodgy. We was meant to go around to the back of the alley as well. We didn't even go there.
The old man has disappeared into the darkness. I'd best turn back to the inn.
Okay, that was a bit. Okay, let's go back into the alley. So we've got a hitching post. What's this? A glove? Oh, and someone's being.
A single glove. A pearly white gent's glove. It's certainly unlike anything Mr. Tillett was wearing. Seems rather out of place here. Peculiar. The post has been embellished with a fine... I could tether a horse here. Sturdy-looking barrels. No, I suspect the barrels are empty. A beam of wood is propped up against the door, barring it closed from the... Someone has wedged the... Mr. Tillett. Why would he have done that? Did Mr. Tillett leave, then block the door behind him? Something strange is going on here.
So, yes. Oh, everyone's gone. Except for this guy.
Last orders.
Yeah, catch you again soon, mate. Have a nice night.
Sleep. Finding the missing men of Bewley shall have to wait for tomorrow. Good evening, sir. A fine I can't think of anything else to talk about. It's Mr. Stanley. He has the serious and
Let's have a look at all the stuff that we got.
fine white glove, gent's style. I found it in the alleyway behind.
Okay.
A gift from my mother. It... Kenneth will be arriving tomorrow at midday. I should get some sleep. A lovely place. The crackling fireplace. The poor thing. A majestic animal. I don't want to take the paint. A colourful work depicting a bashful... It is signed N. Hamley. This painting shows a Rubenesque figure brushing her hair. Quite unusual to see such a sensual work in a room like this. A pixie-faced peasant boy, painted in a naive style. The painting depicts a rocky edge. A small bronze plate states the name Lake Cubilius. A biblical scene of some kind. An angel is depicted.
Okay.
Kenneth will be...
Yeah, let's go to
I
bed.
must get some sleep.
We've had a good look around
Down
now.
Mr. Shoulder tomorrow.
Miss Bateman,
Yes.
Off to bed.
Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Shoulders let me down.
The rotter. Perhaps he will make himself known tomorrow.
I should hope so. This is turning into a waste of my time.
Don't mind the locals, miss. It's just that we don't get a lot of visitors in Bewley.
Quite.
They mean well, believe me.
Sure, Mr. Kemp.
Please, call me Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Sleep well, Miss Bateman.
Oh. Someone's coming in your room. Oh, it's that goddamn cat. Oh, it's a bit sinister, isn't it? I jib that. I'll be like, ah, no! The first day adventures.
Such horrid dreams.
I don't think it was a dream, love.
Bolted from the inside, just as I left it last night.
Oh, so you did bolt. I was about to say, should have locked your
I
room.
suspect I must have dreamt of that wretched-looking cat.
Oh, you know that wasn't a
I
dream.
must say I'm relieved. Right then. Let's see if I can track down the elusive Leonard Shoulder. I'm rather anxious to get to this Barrow. I also wonder what happened to Mr. Tillett.
You're dead. It's just that simple.
Good morning, Miss Bateman.
Good day, Stanley.
Did you sleep well, Miss Bateman?
I should lie. I should be playing tell the truth.
Not really. I have the rather queer recollection of a cat entering my room last night.
A cat, you say?
Yes, an odd-looking grey one. I must have been dreaming, as I locked the door and windows before I went to sleep. I saw a similar cat in the lavatories while searching for Mr. Tillett.
Ah, Herbert. Oh, he's a harmless thing. He comes in now and then searching for scraps.
Indeed. Seeing him in the lavatories must have conjured up the strange dream.
The mind is capable of manifesting frightful things, Miss Bateman. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside. Crisp. I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving today?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye. What does that entail?
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
That sounds capital. Thank you. Don't see what the. Is it safe? Yeah.
Is it safe to do such a thing?
I can assure you the local folk are not thieves, Miss Bateman.
That's not what I...
Now, say nothing more of it.
Thank you, Stanley.
I'll let you get on with your day.
I'll be back with my assistant when he arrives.
Miss Bateman,
Yes?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were. I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well, I have not been honest with you, lass.
Oh, right, okay.
I do know of Hobbs Barrow.
I knew it.
You do?
I do. Many here do. There are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned. Old Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too. I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
At least he's being honest now, isn't it?
I know, lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
I must say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling. I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I've no time to waste on such matters.
As I say, seek out Mr. Shoulder. He can tell you more.
Okay, where is he though?
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
Ah.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
Where is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
The moors are vast, lass. I'd tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
I can't say for sure. As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself. He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Might someone around Bewley be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewley folk mean well. Don't forget that.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass.
Okay, so our mission is to find the guy that stood us up last night. So we need to ask around Bewley.
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it? Hogwash. All of it. I've a few hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
Okay, so the map unlocked. How do we gain access to the map? Where should I go next? So M for map.
Hello. My name is Thomasina, and you are...
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neb in. I look after the churchyard. Dig the graves. Ha!
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
Quite. Do you know a man named...
It's a
Leonard
church,
Shoulder?
of course it
I
is.
don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
What can you tell me about Hobbs Barrow?
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows, then?
Don't concern yourself.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Not much around here, love. Not worth mentioning to you, like.
I see.
It wasn't
Ta-ra.
much information on him, was there? Let's go in the back in the alleyway. Let's see if there's anything there. No,
I'd rather not.
nothing there. Okay. We can go that way. Let's go this way though, into the actual village itself. Children and a young woman.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you, Betty. What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword fighting technique.
Brother, I thought that was your
Until he
son.
tires himself out. I'm tireless! This time last month it were all about his teaspoon collection. This month it's swords.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
Oh, like how you just.
So you know of it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
The little whelp looks determined.
What's this plaque say?
A small plaque beside the door reads Vicarage.
Okay.
I don't think anyone...
We've got to exit
The
there.
building is in a The door has been boarded up.
Okay.
Quite an ornate construction. This was created with pride and care. The cross denotes this as the site of a market, or perhaps a site of traditional religious significance. The sign is in a shabby state, but the shop appears to be a cobbler.
Cobblers. So we got where Vicar lives, cobbler. No one then.
I don't think anyone...
Oh, I guess that.
The bucket is rusty.
Ah, it's blacksmith.
Yes?
My name is Thomasina.
George Crozier. Can I help you?
Are you a Bewley native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forge before mine.
How is business faring?
I do an honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools. You let me know if you need out made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier. Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
Oh, aye. Old Leonard.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not recently.
Do you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to speak with him. He invited me to Bewley.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
But do you know where he lives? I need to find him.
I believe he lives somewhere out on the moors. Can't tell you out more than
I wonder if
that.
it was that guy that
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
literally was outside of the pub last night, and he went, didn't he, into the moors?
Do you know of a local landmark named Hobbs Barrow?
There's a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewley pays them any mind.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where are you from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Oh, aye. I've heard about London.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
Yes, indeed. The city is always changing and moving forward.
Too busy for me, though, lass. I prefer a quieter pace. Aye.
When do market days run in Bewley?
Once or twice a month. The next one is tomorrow.
Ah,
delightful.
convenient.
Unless your vice is cabbage, there'll be none to interest a young lady.
I don't mind a cabbage.
Then you're in luck.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
A fantastic specimen. Alas, it is not mine to take. It's Mr. Crow. The blacksmith is right. Good day.
I wonder if it's anything about the fossil.
I
There we go.
noticed your
There.
spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, aye. I collect them. This one is called an...
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, aye. Well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Quite. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
So there was an exit here.
Bugger off!
The unmistakable charm of old Cyril.
How do you know his name? Bugger off.
I don't think anyone...
Okay, so we got... Let's go check at the train station. I don't think I need to go there yet, though.
Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke up in my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Who?
Leonard Shoulder. You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
Yeah.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
I don't remember out.
About... You really don't remember where you went
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss, then... Well, you must have missed me when I came out.
I did not. I even went to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye. A sight for sore eyes.
It was. I checked everywhere, and the back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Yeah, all it was the cat, unless you changed into the
Yes.
cat.
You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
There must be an explanation.
My mind has drawn a blank.
Why was the door blocked? Did you block it?
I told you I don't remember. I've naught to say 'cause I remember naught.
I'm assuming you don't know where Mr. Shoulder lives then.
Sorry, Miss Bateman. I don't know naught about that.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr. Tillett.
Aye. I'll survive.
So, you work here?
Aye. Bewley Station Master at your service. Would you like to buy a ticket?
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit of that. I don't wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much. A sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
Farewell for now.
Ta-ra.
Okay. Oh. Hello. So the cat. Where did it go? Well, let's go into the church, see if there's anything around. Some memorial plaques, we've got a trowel there, old woman.
In memory of Peter Black. In memory of George Paxton. In memory of William Ager. In memory of Barnaby Tillett. In memory of Mabel Hurst. In memory of Percival Roach. In memory of Benjamin Garkham. In memory of Romeo Hegg, dearly missed by his beloved Juliet. In memory
Romeo
of
Juliet.
Millicent Smith. In memory of Henry Crozier. The trusty trowel. Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Exit there. Let's go and speak to this.
A fine assortment of baked goods. A lovely treat for those who enjoy such. Hello.
Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
What kind of cakes do you have?
I have some lovely Bakewell puddings. The sweetest marriage of almond and jam. I can tell you're not from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings. They are quite famous.
Alas, I'm not carrying any money with me.
That's unfortunate, pet. I'm sorry, I can't give them away for free. The money goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
I understand. My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Mrs. de Plancy.
A pleasure to meet you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Likewise, pet.
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. de Plancy.
About me? What would you possibly want to know about me? I've been attending St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods, and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so
Tell us your life story, why don't you?
Your cakes look...
I can assure you, you'll not find better in the entire county.
What can you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building? The box pews in the nave are very fine and
Don't mean
date
to
back
collect
to
that.
the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. de Plancy. Do you know a local man called Leonard Shoulder?
Yes, I know Leonard. What business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the parish register. He might be able to help you.
Okay, so we're in the right place.
What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an
We might have to get
exemplary
access to his
servant
books.
of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmund's for many years.
Where can I find Father Roach?
At this time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the west of the village.
Thank you.
So
I'll go
that's
find him.
that side.
Be sure to listen out for his merry whistling.
Yes,
Such
that's
a
east,
jolly
so
man.
it would be west.
Where can I...
At this time of
Thank you, Miss...
Okay.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Hobbs, what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
Thank you for your...
Lord be...
Look around.
Goodness me, look at these box pews. I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans. The pews are contained within compartments that can be locked. Is that a necklace? Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross. Sterling by the look of it. Maybe I can reunite it with its owner. Those have seen better days. The flowers have long since dried up. A memorial list of former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years. Stained glass It's not my specialist. This must be where the local vicar sacrificed. I've no time for... I can admire the...
Alright, so it looks like there's nothing else in there. Let's just double check. Oh, there's a ceiling.
Extraordinary craft. I can admire the craft.
Okay, nothing else though. Well, we're gonna pick up a...
I think this might be genuine sterling silver.
Oh, I like how we got our to-do now.
This leads to the church.
It's locked.
It's locked.
As always. So I'm guessing it's... I think she said down this way. There's someone whistling. There we go. What the hell? I think he dropped something on the floor. Yeah, innit? Ah. The hell?
I'm very sorry. Oh, the shame. This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
What?
Excuse me?
Help me. I beg you.
What? Wow, hold on a minute.
I'm not going near it. I don't wish to look.
Spectacles.
Ouch! The broken lens, is it? The vicar's spectacles lie broken.
Maybe we can use a glove.
Perhaps I shouldn't risk soiling this glove.
Okay, maybe not. Try the handkerchief.
This handkerchief was a gift from my mother.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, we got the
should work.
spectacles. And if we used broken glass on it with the vicar, we should be able
sure
to.
You want me to do
So
this?
basically, in the olden days, you used to let blood or use
shall do as you
leeches
ask, Father.
to help with ailments. Obviously, they still use leeches now and now in some countries, still all around the world. They don't really let blood out anymore, but I've had maybe in some other countries they still do. I'm not too sure.
Thank the Lord for my spare pair. God bless you. I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you.
So the only reason why they would have to bloodlet or, like, for instance, like treat with leeches is if the blood was kind of maybe poisoned, you got like an infection or illness or something like that, and then like he does now, he'd have to let a bit of blood, or again, like I said, get a leech, and it would basically kind of like heal them, but it wouldn't last for long. You'd have to keep on doing it.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry, that's all. I
Liar.
like to pick blackberries for my supper, you see. They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
Are you from Beaulieu originally?
Blue blackberry,
I was born in our very own St. Edmunds. It's quite the story.
Do tell.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
One could say that you were born into your role, Father.
This is farmer.
When my mother
Father.
told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
St. Edmund's is a fine building.
Thank you for saying so. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
What is it like being the vicar here?
Every day is a blessing, my child. I have a great love for our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
What about your congregation?
Numbers have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of His Spirit.
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father. Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
Okay. Right, okay, so...
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
It's a quiet town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've heard many a debate, it's true. But my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
Thank you for your...
Lord be with
Let's ask about this necklace.
I found this necklace inside the church. Do you know who it belongs to?
Many in our congregation wear such things. I'll announce it at the next service.
Do you mind if I keep hold of it until then?
Not at all.
Okay. Well, at least he knows.
Do you recognize this glove?
Fine stitching indeed. An item of some considerable taste.
Indeed.
But I'm afraid I don't recognize it. Why do you ask?
Never mind.
Okay.
I don't wish to give that.
Okay, let's go then.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. Duplancy. Mrs. Duplancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Excellent. Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. Duplancy's wonderful cakes.
Yes, I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady. But remember, once they're gone, they're gone. Those little whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's work, Mrs. Duplancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me. Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes, write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors, and talk of wills.
What's he going on about?
Shakespeare?
Quite. Which play?
I haven't got a clue. I'm going to say Macbeth.
Magnificent guess, Miss Bateman. But I'm
Was a
afraid
guess.
that passage is from Richard II. Studying the work of the bard is one of my favorite pastimes. Follow me.
That was a bit random, wasn't it?
Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation. The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see. Beautiful, is it not?
Isn't there more like boglands? I'm pretty sure it is.
Indeed, the moors are beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith? Some look at these moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you, he is found in all domains. The Lord's work is all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
And what happened?
Had an accident when I was very young.
Flashback.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain.
She looks like she's pregnant as well. So does that mean we've got a brother or sister?
Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. And don't annoy the nurses.
I promise I won't.
Good. Now, let's see your father.
Okay. Your father a doctor or something? The hell?
Mummy? Mummy? Daddy, wake up!
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one. You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will we ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all. But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst Manor. He will have a nurse by his side at all times, I can assure you.
The hell happened to him? So it doesn't show ya.
What sort of God would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
I'm sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious ways, but he loves us all. Come along now.
Hello? She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors. I suggest you keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray too far from Bewley.
I see. How much farther to Mr. Shoulder's house?
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid, but we'll get to him soon enough. Now then, take a look at this. Legend has it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
I beg your pardon?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now, onward.
We walked and walked across that vast, featureless landscape. All the while, Father Roach was whistling away merrily. Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's
cabin.
Here we are, Miss Bateman. Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now, no need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask you.
Of course you do.
Please don't tell Mrs. de Plancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret. The poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you. You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
Mr. Shoulder? Is It's Thomasina Bateman here. I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age.
A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon. Father, what do you make of this?
A peculiar adornment. I've not seen any like this in Bewley, though it does remind me of a passage by the bard himself. It is the very error of the moon. She comes nearer earth than she was wont, and makes men mad.
Othello?
Precisely, Miss Bateman. 1 out of 2, Miss Bateman.
A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it's bolted onto the door itself. I can't remove it.
Okay, we could try and pry it off.
That is not coming.
Yeah.
Mr. Shoulder, are you home? It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home. Curses.
Perhaps you could try the handle.
It's locked.
No sign of life.
None. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned. A sweet little hen. A fearsome-looking... Mr. Shoulder has stacked blocks of...
Very neat and tidy.
I've known a pair of thick... The trousers feel damp, freshly hung, or still wet from last night's rain. A woolen slightly damp.
I have a similar one myself.
That glove... I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow. That glove...
Oh, I bet it does, doesn't it?
The gloves are a pair. Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night?
Certainly does.
Why didn't he come inside to see me?
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll.
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewley?
No, you go ahead, Father. Thank you.
As you wish. Farewell, Miss Bateman. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
My pleasure. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Much ado about nothing?
Oh dear. I thought Romeo...
Of course.
That I shall say good night till it be morrow. Lord be with you.
Well, Mr. Shoulder, I'll just have to find Hobbs Barrow myself.
Okay, so is there anything not this way? Let's try what about key with the door?
This key does...
Okay, what about...
That's a peculiar...
Okay.
As I trudged back to Bewley across those cold moors, I made a new resolution. I would find Hobbs Barrow myself, with or without Mr. Shoulder. The train! That must be... I should go and meet him at the station.
Okay.
Margaret's Lookout. I wonder who Margaret is, or was. This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked... Samuel, death is only a shadow. Here lies Margaret Tillett, beloved mother. John, dearly beloved husband of Flo... Forever in light. Joseph Day. Samuel, death is only... Here lies Elizabeth. William Paxton, modest and gentle. I may be a barrow digger, but I am no.
Oh, there it is. You want to dig inside of a fresh grave? You soon will. What was the train station? Let me just go and check down here as well. So at least then I know where everything is.
Royal Mail, postmaster's resident. This must be the local.
Oh.
I don't think anyone. A storeroom of some.
Okay. Alright, so okay, so there we go. We got these places opened up now.
A humble local dwelling. Nobody. This young fellow look. Hello there. My name's Thomasina.
Yeah?
What's yours?
Wally?
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
No.
Goodbye.
Not much. Okay, nothing there. I should really be using that just in case.
Over the horizon, I see nothing but moorland.
Where was the station? Oh, it was the other. It must have been the other side. We could probably just skip to it. Yeah. There we go.
Where is Kenneth? He was supposed to wait for me at the station. I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye.
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train, Miss Bateman.
Impossible. Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here, unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul. Hold on. One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses. Where is my crate now?
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price, he's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough.
Well, we've just found that.
You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Thank you. Where can I...
He lives up... You'll see it.
Thank you. I'm looking... It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewley. He thought I might like to excavate.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
I can't remember.
Mr. Tillett, please. This is important.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman. I'll try to remember. If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
Farewell.
Ta-ra!
So, pretty sure. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. Cyril. Here's one who told me to bugger off.
Cyril.
I'll do, lass.
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what. Thankfully, no one got off the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
No. I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lad?
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow. Do you know where it is?
Mind your own business, lass.
You really are.
Bah.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lad.
We go down here. Is there anything? Let's go this way. Oh. A hole?
No doubt homed. I have no desire.
I shall see you later this evening, gents. Well, I say. Greetings, my dear.
Hello, sir.
A pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Wait. Some nerve.
Lady, you're blushing.
I most certainly am not.
Sorry, lass. No.
Says
Lord Panswick. Now get back before you find yourself under a falling tree.
my name is Thomasina Bateman.
Oh, aye? You're not from round here, Thomasina Bateman.
No, just... What is your name, sir?
Horace.
Are you in charge here?
I am indeed.
Tell me, who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
He is obviously the guy you knew.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
What are
You
you
saw
doing
that
here?
Lord Pisswick or whatever his name was.
We're chopping down trees.
There is no need to be so...
We're employed by Lord Panswick.
Yeah.
He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods.
Is that him or
what
like
we're
his
doing.
son or someone?
These are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the land round Bewley.
Who is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors. Now, please leave us to our work.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
She's just told me to go and get it. I think Corinne's got some, a full one, and she said I can have it.
What half
Told
one?
me to come and get it.
Oh,
Yeah, she's a waitress and stuff.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions. If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
An old chapel.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
Do you know where I can find a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Never heard of it.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
Okay.
I'll let him get on with...
There's no...
Alright, so we can't go that way. Does it appear on the map? No, it doesn't. So not yet. It was worth exploring though. We met Mr. Panswick. Or whoever that guy was. What's over here? Hello?
She has a puckish little thing. Good day, little one. What's your name?
Wally took Myrtle.
Pardon?
He took her and ran off. I hate him.
Is Myrtle one of your dolls?
Yes, my favourite. Mummy made her for me. She's so beautiful. Wally is the worst mother in the whole world.
I'm sorry to...
Jane?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Jane. My name is Thomasina. This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their bath day.
Why did your brother take Myrtle away?
He's just jealous because Daddy is letting me come with him to the market tomorrow. Wally thinks I'm Daddy's favourite, so he took Myrtle from me. What if he feeds her to Tatters? What if he feeds her to Mr. Bryden's goat?
Don't worry, Jane. I'm sure he wouldn't do such a thing.
This is what we call a submission.
I don't know. Home, maybe. But I have to wait here
Find
for
a
Myrtle's
doll.
friends to dry out.
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
I
Oh, yeah.
You have?
Come on, tell
I'm
us.
supposed to talk about it.
Tell us, though.
Why
Come
not?
on.
Would you like to go there?
Oh.
I would very much like to.
I'll tell you where it is if you find Myrtle for me.
You will?
Yes! But don't tell anyone about it or I'll be told off.
I promise.
Please find Myrtle first. I miss her.
Okay,
I will.
there we go. Okay.
Where do you live?
Our home is on the other side of the village, miss. Maybe Wally went back there.
Oh, it's where that
And
kid
maybe
was.
he's left her out on the moors. Poor Myrtle. I'm going to kick him so hard.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
That was a fossil.
Remarkable. A gargantuan fossilised ammonite. This would look fantastic on my mantelpiece.
Can we take a... Oh?
Hey!
What?
Stay away from that! I'm serious!
Fine.
Okay, why?
Have you
What?
found the...
What is the Ammon's horn?
It's over there on that rock.
Do you mean the fossil?
It's the Ammon's horn. Daddy said we should never touch it. It will make the god angry.
What god?
Ammon, of course.
How wonderful! I'll be sure not to touch it. I wouldn't want to anger the gods.
Sensible.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Damp ragdolls, if they aren't mine to take.
We can't go anything
I do
there.
enjoy the charm. The water. Sweet little flower. The delicate flowers smell rather sweet.
Anything else? Nothing else around. So we can't take the fossil. Okay, so is that on the map now? That's still not on the map. Okay. Okay, we've had a good look around. Let's go back to this kid then. I think it was this way. I'm not too sure.
The moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to. I'm not sure if these are poisonous. I'd better not touch them.
I think there's literally a ring in them. Right, so we can't go that way. It was worth looking. Was it this way? It wasn't this way. I think it was this way.
The little whelp. Good day.
Hello.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Not a lot. I know he's in charge around here.
Does he come to the village often?
Not really. He has a manor out on the moors.
Have you ever been there?
Heavens, no. Villagers aren't allowed there.
Why not?
Dunno. It's just the way it is.
Are you
I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Bye, mate.
Let's go and talk to a couple of these about that guy.
Good day.
Yes?
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass. Keeps me busy with work. Why do you ask?
Just curious.
Okay.
Thanks for your...
Aye.
Let's go and find this kid. I think it was this way.
Hello. What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business around here.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Honestly. Right, this is the kid. I'm pretty sure of it.
Good day. Jane tells me you've taken Myrtle away.
And what if I did?
That's a bit mean, don't you think?
She kicked me! Look at this bruise on my leg!
That does look quite bad. Why did she kick you?
Because she's a little goblin. You don't know what she can be like. Besides, Myrtle is gone now. I've given her to the fair folk. That'll teach her.
Who are the fair folk?
I must be
The
them
little people
kids.
of the moors. I gave Myrtle to them.
Little people? You don't mean fairies, do you?
Call them fair folk round here.
Wally, there is no such thing as fairies.
It's true, and I gave him a doll.
Where can I find these fair folk?
Follow the tinkle of their tiny bells. I hear them when the wind dies. They dance around their little house.
But where is this little house?
Just listen for the bells, you'll find it.
Oh, that's pretty cryptic, isn't it?
Doll back. That'll just bring bad luck for all of us.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
I heard he owns the whole county.
Have you met him?
No, he lives out on the moors somewhere. But everyone does what he tells them to.
Why's that?
Because he has a lot of money.
Straight to the point. It's because he's got a lot of money.
The road disappears over the horizon.
Okay, so it's not that way. So I think we asked the guy. Okay, he's nowhere to be seen. I think it's this way. Oh, hello.
That must be the postmaster's storeroom. Hello.
Good day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Nice to meet you, Henry. Thomasina Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
You seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
Tell him it seems harmless.
Originally a small town on the outskirts of Derby, Mr. Long, though I currently reside in London.
London? I've never met anyone from London.
Well, you have
Very
now.
Exciting. Have you lived there a long time?
It's been quite a few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air. Well, you've got that in Bewley. No factories out here. Such things are a blight on his creation. I were born in this very home I stand
Very
in front of.
God-fearing on this town, isn't there?
In my blood. Why would I ever want to leave? Especially now I can meet new folk thanks to the railway line.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse. He must be a few miles down the road by now.
Curses.
He didn't say. Could be tonight, could be a few days.
That's not good, is it?
Infuriating.
Looks like we have to
Told him
break
to keep
out.
watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now.
Well, I had to think about that then, didn't you? Like,
It's a long story, but I
No?
was to meet him in Bewley. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank him when I see him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
You flatter me, Mr. Long. I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Yeah, tell us what you know.
Those old burial hills.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moor since I were a child.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewley. And we're all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
He's obsessed with that railway
Your
station,
opinion
isn't he?
of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long.
Isn't it? I still don't know one that likes
anyone
it.
particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood.
I bet you
I
do.
hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently.
The new
Why
blood's
is
a
that?
sacrifice.
So I have new friends to talk to. Some people here don't want any new friends. Cyril Farnaby, the miserable old sod, is the worst offender.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewley. He just doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates. Blimey. I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
No. Wait. Do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tap?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Ah, okay, that's our way in, guys. Let's have a look through the window, but that's our way in. If we can open up a tab.
There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence. I'm going to have to get in there.
Okay, we are going to need to open up a tab now. Okay, so that's okay. Can we to do? Explore Bewley. I should have a look. Locate Hobbs Barrow. Search around the area and see what I can find out around the area. Explore. I shall take a look around the area and see what I can find about Mr. Shoulder and Hobbs Barrow. Locate Hobbs Barrow. Mr. Shoulder's nowhere to be seen. It's time to find Hobbs Barrow myself. Find the doll. Jane has promised to tell me the location of Barrow. If I can locate Myrtle herself. Stolen ragdoll. Wallace says he gave the doll to the fair folk. I'm gonna find a way in. The crate is inside. I can get in there without creating much attention. Traction. Kenneth has not arrived, leaving me without funds. I should convince Stanley to open up a tab. Okay. Okay, let's do the tab first then. That'd probably be the easiest thing to do, I hope. Right, he's in here now, so...
It's Mr. Stanley.
Yeah, there's a few things. We'll open up. We'll talk about that
What
last.
can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
I've decided to find Hobbs Barrow without Mr. Shoulder's aid.
Are you sure that's a wise idea, lass?
What other choice do I have? I have a feeling he is avoiding me. Do you know where I can find the barrow?
No, sorry. I say that on my mother's...
I found Mr. Shoulders thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful. So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
Right.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but...
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here, and I do trust you. So yes, I'll open an account for you, to be settled at the end of your stay.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
Goodbye.
See you.
What if we give him this?
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it?
It's real silver.
Aye, silver. That'll do.
Yeah, it's not ours, but
Can I
you
get
know.
something to drink?
Not right now, Mr. Kemp.
As you were.
Right, so let's. Okay, we've got a tab open. Well, let's go back to him then.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
Doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
And then we got to try and get inside.
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only
Oh, we can go through the
Before
toilet,
that,
can't we?
there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch. I believe he built that in 1828. In Newcastle, of course. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
Well, that don't
Can't
work.
even get a word in.
He likes a good chinwag, our Henry.
He certainly does.
Can't tell those farmer kids. What? Okay.
I must say,
Well, that didn't really work, did it? Okay, so that didn't work. So maybe we gotta do something else. Okay, let's go and try and find. I think it was this way. See if we can find this thing.
the Devil's Toe, a local landmark. What a peculiar name, the Devil's Toe. I can't quite see the resemblance myself. I don't wish to dig. No sign of it. This must provide a child. Mr. Schold, I've no desire.
It's nothing that way.
Carved stone. I think it's bolted.
I'm not going to be able to get that off because we have tried.
That is not.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not that way. Gotta try and find
Hello. Goodbye.
nothing.
I'd rather not.
Nothing that way.
The road disappeared.
We can't go that way.
I can't think of anything else.
We go to this railway station. We'll go from there.
Tell me about
Excuse
Lord
me.
Penswick.
Oh, you've heard of his lordship then?
Yes. Do you know him?
Aye. He comes into the village from time to time, gives sweets to the children, hires young men to work his land. He's, well...
I sense some hesitation, Mr.
Well, we kind of have an unspoken agreement with his lordship. He looks after us, provided we leave him alone.
I don't follow.
He likes his privacy.
Some people do.
No one is allowed to visit him.
Do you mean to say that he's a bit eccentric?
No. I've heard people got fired at when approaching his manor uninvited.
Good grief, but is this true?
Well, I won't be the one to find out.
Farewell for now.
Ta-ra!
Scare tactics. Don't come near, otherwise you'll get sacked.
Good day to you.
I'll do.
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Turns the stomach, that does.
Maybe you could
Bah, you're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewley lad. We've had the odd Barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink?
Now?
Yes.
Go on then, lad.
Follow me.
So then, he turns around and says, why is a dog like a tree? And I says, I don't know. And he says, because they both lose their bark once they're dead.
Very droll, sir. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Aye, half of the drink, you're not too bad for an outsider.
Okay, hold on a minute. So he stays in. Maybe this is now when I go and get the other guy to go and have a drink.
Hello.
Good day.
Can I buy you?
I suppose I shall take.
Let us make.
Right, okay. And then maybe they can have an argument, and then we can go back while they're distracted.
If that station hadn't been built, blessed be the...
Idiot!
Yeah, here we go. Figured it.
That station is the worst decision this
So
village
now
has
them
ever
two will have
made.
an argument. I should be able to sneak out and try and get inside of the post office.
A miserable man with miserable ideas. I will change your mind.
Excuse
even
me.
if it kills me.
Right. He's gone.
He's
Right, okay.
locked. I need to get inside without attracting too much attention.
What if we smash the
No,
window?
that. I don't think battering the door down. I don't wish. Royal. This must.
I need to figure something out.
I'm not sure. He's currently debating them. This house looks.
If there's anything else, nothing really there. That's what we need. Locked.
The door is.
How about if we...
This key.
No.
I can't see how that. That's a peculiar.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
I'm not sure. No.
Okay, we need something. We need something to open up the door.
Perhaps this must belong to some.
So, nothing there. Oh, first
Good
this
day.
guy.
Yeah.
Are you
Sorry.
Thanks.
Okay.
hello. Good. Father Roach asked me not. What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Wretched man. They say he is restoring a chapel near his manor. But for whom and to what god, I ask?
Is he a man of faith?
I've barely seen him set foot in St. Edmund's. It doesn't stop him from acting as our God-given ruler. Stay away from him, pet. Don't get yourself tangled up in local affairs.
I certainly don't intend to. Why did you call...
He hides in that manor of his and cares not for his people. I've heard stories whispered in the pews, you know.
What kind of...
That he shoots people on sight. Anyone that strays onto Panswick Manor.
Good grief.
Yet he will walk into the plough and furrow and buy ale for all and be hailed as our protector. I answer to God and God alone. Forgive me, pet. I shouldn't get so worked up.
Not at all. I appreciate your honesty, Mrs. Duplancy. Are you sure?
Hobbs?
Never mind. Thank you, Lord.
I wonder if we can get a cake.
Fine, unfortunately, I can't think.
Okay. Transfer.
Have you found
Wally told me he's given Myrtle to the...
Now I'll never see her again.
There, child. I'll get your doll. Where can I find...
But be careful. You don't want to upset the fair folk.
How so?
They'll put a hex on you.
Jane, I'm quite sure there is no such thing as fair folk.
Don't let them hear you say that, miss.
Wally told me you kicked...
Wally is a liar. He took Myrtle and ran. He's such a little shit.
You shouldn't really kick your brother, even when he does deserve it. Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Oh, I literally missed what she said to do.
Have you found...
I'm still... Don't worry.
Thanks.
Can we go? Can we go this way? Okay. Nothing around there. Nothing around there.
I've no doubt. I can't see how that...
Okay.
There's nothing else I'll let him get...
They can't talk. Still got 3 places to explore as well, so... Okay. Oh yeah, they've gone. Can we find something in the house? Who's at the
I
pub?
don't think any...
Well, you should know that. Oh, there's a lantern there?
I didn't come to Bewley to sweep. I have one just like... I have one just... A simple...
Is there anything we can see that we can find?
Mr. Tilly, a door. If I take the sign, Bewley. The tracks look quite untarnished. I don't think many... My mother always told me...
Okay, nothing. How do we get this door open? Because we got nothing to, like, break in. So there must be something.
A local... I don't think anyone...
It's this guy again, but he doesn't do anything. Anything? Oops. Right. Maybe I can steal the keys off that guy or something. It's the only thing I can think of. Let's see if they're still arguing. I'm guessing they would be. Yeah, they're still arguing.
I'll leave Cyril and Henry.
Let's see if there's anything in our room. It's only other place I've not been.
I've stored my case. A sturdy looking. An empty box. I don't wish to carry. I've hung my dress aside from that.
Nothing else. Oh, there's a candlestick.
The candle has melted. Perhaps the candle has melted. It's not much use anymore. That candle didn't last. I don't want to.
So there's nothing else.
The bed is.
Right.
A majestic. I've no use.
Is anything? This guy.
Henry long and tall.
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
Goodbye.
See you.
Good day, sir. The prices are cheap. I'm not hungry. A decorative plate. I don't wish to take it. It's Mr. Steve. I have nothing else.
Okay, so I'm definitely missing something.
The window box. These flowers look pretty.
Hold on a minute. Okay, no. Thought I could maybe go to the window box, but I'm guessing that's up. It looks like it might be upstairs. Looks like I'm on the ground floor, so... And there's nothing else around.
The building is... The door has been boarded.
Sure, how have we been getting in here? Right. I think I'm going to save that there for tomorrow. Just gone over me 2 hours, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to go and try and get a bit more sleep. And yeah, we'll finish this off tomorrow now. Probably around about 10:30 UK time in the night. But if I can stream early, I'll get on a bit earlier. Anyway, thanks to everyone that's chatted tonight. Tom Older One, LO, Duchess Weaves. Scroll back to see Mr. Exchanger Ninja. Anybody else? Yeah, thanks for coming into the chat, seeing what the stream was about. Much appreciated. And let's just go see if there's anybody that we know. That we can go and read. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can find 1 minute. Oops, 1 minute. Read the channel.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay, we're going to leave you with Pure Hollow 89. I think he's playing a bit of Fortnite, grinding out that, and I was going to go leave you with him.
Yo. Thank you for the raid. Really appreciate it. Hi, how's it going? How's it going?
So I'm just gonna...
Yo, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it.